What's up, everybody? Welcome to Charleston Car Videos. I'm Chad at Southern Motor Company. Today we're going to be taking a look at a 2013 Hyundai Veloster Turbo. You know, these vehicles are pretty cool little vehicles. If you haven't really ever seen one or driven one or anything like that, you're in for a little surprise because it's actually, to me, an interesting vehicle, a sporty vehicle. It's small, but it's got some cool little perks about it that I think you'll like. And we'll talk about all that stuff here today on the channel and take a quick little virtual test drive, or as we call it on YouTube, a POV review. So stay with us here today at Southern Motor Company. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, everybody, let's start taking a look at the Hyundai Veloster for 2013. This one is silver in color with the black alloy wheels, which look really nice with the silver. It's a nice little color contrast there, you know. The front grille looks really nice and clean. Now, one thing I always do is I walk around the car and let you kind of see the current condition of it, and I kind of give you my thoughts and opinions about this pre-owned car. I usually don't give too much negative feedback because at the end of the day, I am trying to sell the car. But as always, I want to be transparent and let you know my thoughts on the actual condition of the car. And hopefully at the end of the video, you'll realize it is a pre-owned vehicle and possibly you may stop by to take it for a test drive and purchase it. Alloy wheels look good like we said earlier. Now these right here are 225/40 series tires, which have plenty, and I mean plenty of tread left on them, with an 18-inch wheel that's got the name Drag on there, okay? You do got disc brakes all the way around. And they're not a high gloss, but more like a semi-gloss finish on the wheels. And they do look like they weren't spray painted. They look like they came like that when the customer purchased them. Kind of like the Mustang wheels here. Very similar finish to them. Anyways, headlights look good. You got projectors. Fog lights are good. No cracks. No major oxidation on our lights or anything like that. You know, a few fine little rock chips on the hood, which is pretty common on a pre-owned car, but nothing major going on there. Windshield's in great shape, as you can see. You know, I always point that out. A lot of car reviewers talking about cars don't ever talk about the windshields on a car, you know, but we don't have any little stars or cracks or anything like that. Wiper blades, still plenty of rubber right there, so that's definitely a positive. The roof, which I always thought was kind of neat about these cars, it's pretty much kind of like a panoramic glass sunroof. You can see out of here, I think right up in here, and yeah, and even down here, and then the roof drops on down to right here. Back in the day, if you're my age in your 40s, you'll remember Honda had a little car called the CRX. Very similar concept like this, with the roof kind of going down like that. The CRX was definitely a top-selling car back in the day, and you don't ever see them on the road anymore because they just don't make them anymore. But the CRX was a really fun car, and that's one thing I like about this one, is it kind of reminds me of the Honda CRX, just the design and all. And the CRX was actually a lot smaller car than this one. But anyways, I also like the rear of the Veloster. Got a nice look about it. It's sporty. It's got two little exhaust pipes right down there on the bottom. Got the turbo logo. You got some LED taillights, which look good. A little wiper blade here. Another third brake light right up there. Got a backup camera here. Open her up. Actually has a pretty decent amount of cargo space in the back of the trunk. It's kind of deep. And again, that's a pretty good amount of room there. I mean, you could probably fit 2 golf club bags back here, you know, suitcases and all that. And the back seats fold down for a 40-60 back seat split if you needed to use that. There is back seats back here too, so it's not a 2-door, 2-seater. It's got room, and actually, as you can tell there, it's got a pretty decent amount of leg room in the back as well. So you may wonder to yourself, if you've never actually seen one of these cars on camera or ever even looked at one, this is a, I guess you would call it a 3-door, right? You got 2 doors in the front, then a third right here in the back that opens up just like that. and that's how you slide in. There is no door on that side. So again, this is like in America, this is your carpooling side. If you're taking the kids, dropping them off to school or whatever, this is the side you would need that door on. So it's nice to see that. It's got leather interior with black perforated holes in it. That's breathe and stay cooler. Cup holders, carpeted mats. Everything really looks pretty clean in the car. Even got little speakers in the back door panels back there. So I'm liking it. And those windows roll down if you need them to. Pretty solid car. So the whole exterior body of this 13 Veloster is in pretty good shape. Tires got plenty of tread on them. It's really clean. Let's go ahead and hop in and take her for a test drive. All right, the Veloster. So this one does have a smart key with it. As long as that key is in your pocket, you can actually just walk up to the car, you can hit the button there, or just open just like that. So smart key, everybody knows how that works. It is 2021 right now, so if you don't know what a smart key is, well, let's just leave it there. Anyways, does have power windows, power door locks, power mirrors, one-touch settings on just your driver's side window, which basically means you can click it down, click it up, and you don't have to hold the button for the entire time. Dimension stereo system. You got a spot to throw a bottle of water right here, which is nice to see. Let's take a look at our seats. Again, bucket style racing seats in here. A little bit bigger on the side bolsters there to hold you in going around corners. It's got the turbo logo on it. Just a good looking seat that really kind of matches up the whole design of the car, right? If it had a seat like a Cadillac Escalade, it just wouldn't look right. It's got to have those racing style seats. All right, let's move in. Now, I always tell you, I'm around 6 foot tall. I think I'm actually kind of shrinking a little bit. When I was in high school, I was around 6'1", and now I'm around 6 foot. But anyways, I think all of us men and women, we kind of get a little smaller as we get older, right? Good old gravity here, just pulling and tugging on me over all these years. But anyways, put our foot on the brake. Got these nice looking pedals down here. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's hit the start stop engine button. Look how fast it cranked up, just like that. She's alive. Yeah, she really is. Look at that. Good looking, vibrant colors, I'm liking. The interior is pretty much all black. I mean, the only other color you're seeing in here is like the seats with the gray right there. That's about it, right? I like how it's all black except for just a few little accents with silver. You do have Bluetooth cell phone system right here on the steering wheel, volume, cruise control, mode, and changing the channels right there. It's leather wrapped, feels pretty nice. You do have paddle shifters, check that out. One up shifting there, down shifting here, lights and fog lights. We're gonna go ahead and cut them on when we get on the road here, but wipers here, 115 volt outlet, you can cut that on right there. Right, and then dim down the lights, park, all that. Active eco mode if you want to do a little better on fuel economy. Start button, you got two 12 volt outlets, one there, and then you got your auxiliary iPod USB. So everything you need right there. You have heated seats on driver and passenger side with two different settings, high and low. This will control your fan speed and your air conditioning system. This is touch screen as well. Hit agree. Navigation, backup camera, right there with the guidelines. That looks pretty good. It does have a CD player right here, a center speaker up top. Then our rear view mirror, it's got a few different modes up here. SOS, if something happens where you need to use that to call an ambulance or the police. You do have home link in here to hook up those garages or gates or cut the lights on. And then a compass right there, which is showing south. Up top, you got lights, sunroof controls, sunglass holders, rear view mirror. There you go, check it out. Pretty cool. You can cut that light on just like that up there. A little microphone here for the Bluetooth. Same over here with the mirror. And as we're looking around a little bit, there's the back. I mean, there is a little bit of a, maybe more than a little, but there's a blind spot right there, okay? I mean, that's just the way that the design is, but that's what it is, you know? Use your mirrors, turn your head, and just pay attention to your surroundings when you're driving your vehicle down the road. All right, guys, let's strap the camera on the head and let's take it on the street. All right, everybody, safety first. Let's get that seatbelt on. All right, put her in drive. There we go. So this 2013 Veloster has right at 115,000 miles or so, which really isn't like high mileage. You know, people call sometimes and they go, hey, how many miles on that 2013 car out there? Oh, sir, it's got 100,000 miles or 90,000 miles. Whoa, that's a lot of mileage. You know, if you really go and add up the numbers, I mean, if people do 12 to 15,000 miles a year, you know, an 8-year-old car, I mean, come on, let's add it up, you know. I mean, 90, 100,000 miles is really, you know, about the average. And, you know, if you find a car that's a 2013 with 40 or 50,000 miles, then I'm wondering, well, what was going on there? You know, were they not driving it a whole lot? Was it sitting in the yard, in the driveway? I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I think I'd rather buy a car that actually has been driven more than just sitting. You know, at least with a car that's been driven, you know, somebody had to take care of the maintenance and keep up with the car so it can continue to last those miles in that time. A car that just sits out in your yard or driveway is not always a good thing to do. You know what I mean? Now, that's not always the case if someone cranks it up every couple days and drives it a little bit, whatever. But just a car sitting is just not good. Those parts and motors and everything needs to get some lubrication and drive. And, you know, the car's got to live a little. So anyways, let's take her for a little ride. This car has right at 201 horsepower out of a 1.6 liter 4-cylinder turbo. So 201, it's front wheel drive. There's that little turbo. It kicks pretty good, you know, not bad. This be a great car for a student, you know, maybe a first car, something like that. It's got all the airbags in here that you need up front, side curtains, all that good stuff, you know. This has got maybe what you need. I don't know, actually, it may not have side curtains. I take that back. I don't see the logo here, but it is pretty safe, okay? You can always go to the IIHS.com, IIHS, the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, and watch crash test videos on any car and look at the ratings on that vehicle. You know, it's easy to drive, it's small, it's easy to park. So again, if you're going off to college, you know, you might be parking in spots like this in the downtown areas and in garages. I'm telling you, it's nice to have something a little bit smaller to zip around in the cities. Most of your colleges are in, you know, in small little towns and downtown areas. So I think having a little bit smaller car is perfect for that type of setting that you're living in. Now, anyways, let's take it down this little street. The other benefit of this car is you're getting a little better fuel economy. You know, you're going to be getting over 30 miles a gallon, which is nice to know. And, you know, you can run regular gas in it. I'd suggest running premium just because it does have the turbo engine. But, you know, people go, oh, you know, premium gas costs more. But do realize running premium in your car gives you better performance and maybe even better fuel economy. If you think about it, running better fuel. You know, this car, the Veloster in general, is a car that's always stuck out to me. Back in 2013, believe it or not, right around that time frame, I was living in Jacksonville, Florida, and I did a video with a young man in a wheelchair that liked the Hyundai Veloster. He was being bullied a little bit and picked on by this other sales guy from a different car company at this big international auto show. And I remember the young man. He was probably, you know, 13, 14 years old at the time, in a wheelchair. He was paralyzed. And he was getting bullied on by this other car salesman. And, you know, the car salesman said a few things to him while he was looking at the Hyundai Veloster that kind of was out of place and just not what you would say to a young man that's paralyzed. And I went over and said something to the car salesman, and I actually made a video about it. sticking up for the young man and ended up getting fired, or let go, as you would say. Let's just say fired. I got fired from the company literally a day or two after making that video. Looking back on it now, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have made that video. I'd still be working for that company today, living in Florida. My life may be totally different, for the worst or maybe the best. I really don't know. But I do remember that young man really liked the Hyundai Veloster. So it's a great choice, I think. If you're looking for a fun, sporty car, this could be the one for you, for sure. Now, I hate sitting at stoplights while filming a video. So hopefully here in a few minutes, we'll be able to get through the light. Well, while we're waiting on the stoplight for a minute, I just want to let everybody know, thank you for watching with us today. If you can please hit the like button if you're enjoying the video, and subscribe to Charleston Car videos, I really would appreciate it. Every car we film here on the channel is always for sale. Do understand that cars do sell kind of quickly. So if you're watching this review and it's 6 months or a year later after it's been uploaded, you know, most likely the car's already been sold. But if you're watching it within the first few weeks, it's possible it's still at the store. So always send a comment. Go, hey Chad, I'm looking at that Veloster, I like it. Is it available? Let me know. I'll be more than welcome to help you. You may be watching the video because you were responding to us on Facebook Marketplace about the car for sale, and we're sending you this video. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope that you can stop by and come see me and take it for a ride yourself, and hopefully everything works out. All right, I'm actually gonna go left here and get on back down to the store, but let's give it a little gas. Feels good. Went over those railroad tracks kind of smoothly, not too bad. A little vroom, kind of fun. There you go. That's our store, Southern Motor Company. Man, we got some exciting stuff going on right now. I hope you can come see us. But hey, I get it. You probably don't even live in Charleston, right? I'm just glad you're here watching the video and experiencing what we got going on out here today. My God, look at all those Jeeps. Can you believe all those Wranglers? Holy macaronis. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. 843-277-2983. I'm your boy, Chad. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.